and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire. On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire, 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 starfire. It's starfire, 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 starfire. It's starfire.
like you were already mine. Surreal to me, how you make me feel wild and calm at the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine, like the stars had all aligned. I lay beside today, tonight, your vibe, desire, our eyes on fire. And I breathe your aura, can I leave your aura? You have me like gravity. You don't have to try it, it's just like a magnet. You have me like gravity. You have me like gravity. You have me like gravity. You just like it's like it's just like a magnet. Hard to keep a straight face when I'm burning like fire, and you walk all the sides. I'm drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. It's hard to keep smiling when I try to set things straight. You don't even listen. I'm just getting late, like you're on a mission. Drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. You make me weak. You're the one I seek, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, carve out your heart, carve out your heart, and I reincarnate it, and I reincarnate it. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more, and you say it's broken. You make me weak. You're the one I seek, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, carve out your heart, carve out your heart, and I reincarnate.
wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. Darkness, my old friend, you won't get me till that's the end.
Hello and welcome to Simplay Motorsport, and we are here at Donington Park National. Here in the commentary box we've got me, That Buzzy Boy, also known as Liam. We've got Killian, also known as Green Pies, and Jamie, also known as Big Boy Brazier. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
It's all okay. How about you?
Yeah, I'm well good. I'm looking forward to coming over to Simplay and commentating over here.
Yep. So it's going to be a reverse grid tonight. During the formation lap, it's going to pop up saying about what order everyone will be in, but it should go from DJ Phil and the only G in last, with obviously, like I say, DJ Phil and
Everyone
pole.
sandwiched between them.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're in practice right now. 10-minute practice, if I'm correct, with a 35 lap race with the added 1 lap for formation.
Yeah,
So,
and it's typical UK weather. It's raining here.
yeah, the race will be from wet into dry. So what would you say is going to happen in this race?
I don't know. I believe the pit window opens at lap 9. So if it doesn't dry up before lap 9, I'm going to assume drivers are just going to keep on going until their wet tires are dead and it starts to dry up. So I'm expecting a lot of long runs on the wet tire and stuff starts to dry up.
Yeah. What about you, Jamie?
It's just going to be your typical reverse grid race. Your slower guys at the front, your faster guys at the back. It's just going to be absolute carnage. So if you've watched touring cars, you'll know what the reverse grid is and how much carnage that can create.
Yeah. So the Who is Rocker, he's a new guy for the GT5s and to Simplay. Same with the only G, who has raced in an odd couple events, but this is his first full-time league on Simplay. And Liam Fernie, which should be in this session.
He's not. I don't think he is currently. No, he's not.
Now, he should be the other person, which is new to the league, not Simplay. Obviously, he drives in the GT3s in the Pro-Am, which will be on Wednesday with the Pro on Thursday. So, the rain looks very wet.
Yeah, I'm just out here driving the car and there's a lot of spray coming up.
Yeah, it's your typical British summertime weather.
Yeah. Couldn't be any more British.
Ooh.
Oh, as
There's a car
that's
spun it.
Rabbit Joe in the background, if I'm correct. Yep.
That is, he's lost it. Yeah, he's
Maybe
spun it
struggling
at
on
the old.
wet.
Yeah, spun it at the old hairpin.
And also, the one thing to remember with this wet weather is that the puddles they won't just disappear whenever the rain stops. They'll linger for quite a long time, and if they go through those puddles on dry tires, they will spin.
Yes, indeed. In the chat, we have Matthew Duffin, Ariel Pulowski, Joseph Koklov, Smithy Smith, Dean Wysocki, and Peaceful Stepdad. Hello all. Get those likes in, subscribe, comment. We'd love to see how you are, what you reckon to the racing. So,
Is there anyone that we need to be looking out for here? Anyone who makes daring moves?
I was gonna say, I think the two there's 3 people you've got to watch out for. That would be the championship leader, Matt Ahimovic. The local man, he absolutely loves Donington Park, and coming from the back, you'll see him make a lot of moves. The second person is D Biggs, who ran so close to Matt throughout the last week at Brands Hatch, that a back marker got in the way, so that was ruined. That was the lead battle ruined for us. But yeah, he'll be making a lot of moves coming from the back. And the third person is Little Leech. Loves the GT5s, and yeah, he'll be making a lot of moves.
yeah.
I think one person that we need to look out for is the Only G. The Only G is very fast on this game.
Yeah, the multiple record holder on this game. Also, another person to mention is Unorthodox. We've seen he's a former champion in these cars, and didn't have the best round at Brands last week, so he'll be wanting to put his championship battle right.
Yeah, he'll be wanting to put that all behind him, say, right, this is the next round, fresh slate, let's just go for this, and let's get that P1. We should also take the time out to say that this is Dean's 50th race, so well done, Dean, for making your 50th race start. In fact, that's when he starts this race. It should be his 50th race, so hopefully he can start that, because if not, then it should be next Monday for Alton Park Island, if I'm correct where we're at.
Yep. Which I'm away for.
Yeah, with Jamie away, so I should hopefully be with Green Pies.
Yeah, you'll have me.
Yep, so we'll still be able to do the normal commentary, just one person excluded for the week. It's just under 3 minutes left in this practice session. Looking like the Only G is going fast. That's the yeah, he looks quite good so far.
Yeah, so he looks very good for his money. 7/10 quicker. Yeah, it's only practice, but this is the only time we get to see the cars before the race, and yeah, G's getting the laps in early. But it's only practice. It's not the race yet, so everyone could have their sandbags in and be absolutely flying in the race.
I was just scrolling through a few people. There's definitely quite a few crashes happening here in the wet.
Yeah, there's someone off at Schwantz. I believe that is Keats.
Sorry, what was
Yep,
that?
that was Keats. That was Keats off at Schwantz curve.
Oh, you're probably going to see quite a lot of people being a bit iffy in this weather. It's looking very wet out there. In the GT3s, as much as these are a lot more planted than what the GT3s are, and a lot slower, you can still lose the car in it.
Yeah, so
especially. You go ahead.
Yeah, so if you hit any standing water in any car, you're just gonna lose the car. It's just not gonna want to go the way you want to go. It's just you're gonna end up in the gravel trap.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. As Unorthodox found a lot of time and is only 2/10 behind the only G now in this wet weather.
Oh, so Dan may
Yeah,
be showing a bit of pace.
Yeah, Fury's showing a bit of pace as well because he's only a further tenth and a bit behind Dan, so it's pretty close in this practice session.
Yeah,
It's definitely
well,
going to be
like what we
interesting.
see in the GT3s, Fury is quite a fast person.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch G, very fast driver, starting at the very back of the grid.
Only 20 seconds left of the practice session, so anyone coming down the straight now, they may get another lap down the back straight now. They may get another lap in. No, they won't with 7 seconds left.
So this will be people's final laps before the race.
Diesel's getting all crossed up coming through Hollywood now down the Crane of Curves. Beautiful section of the track, one of my most favourite section of corners in motor racing. You got to be very brave to go side by side through there, especially even more in the wet.
Yes, indeed. So this is Matahimovic going around McLean's corner, if I'm right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. He's now coming up towards Coppice.
Yep. To go down the Dunlop straight.
He's really revving out that engine.
Yeah, but he's going to be pushing. As much as this doesn't mean
Right.
anything towards your placement on the grid for the start, he's still pushing to show his potential.
And he went up
does,
to third.
He goes third, only two tenths behind the only G. So it's the top 5 very close in this practice session.
Maybe just showing his worth for this race. As we have finished the practice session, what do you make to that practice session so far, in fact?
I think it's just showing that the only G has come and he's wanting to make a statement straight off the bat.
Yeah, I was going to say I agree with Green Pie. Say G's wanting to put a statement down saying, look, I'm not here to play second fiddle to anyone. I want to win these races. I want to win the championship. He may have missed a round, but he just wants to get out there and get as many points as he can.
Yes, indeed.
And I've just noticed the House Rocker is the only non-British person racing in this at the moment.
I believe he is the first non-British driver that Simplay Motorsport has had.
That's an interesting statistic.
Everyone now just getting their setups ready, just waiting for the beginning of the formation lap.
So there we are back. Sorry about that, people. He was obviously still on air and whatnot, but just had a bit of a problem. But it's sorted now.
Yeah, ignore Green Pie's car in the background doing a disco show. That should sort itself out when the lights come on.
Yeah, it will. So as these drivers are getting their final race setups, opening up the radiators a wee bit more and putting in their race fuel, do you think anyone's going to go short on race fuel then top up in the pit stop, maybe?
Possibly. I can't see it happening. I've never really seen it happen, but we could see.
Well, with such a long race, maybe they want to be lighter in the first stint and just make as much ground as possible. As they're starting for the formation lap right now.
Right, and we have got the grid order up on screen with DJ Phil, Rabbit Joe, NJ and Keeks in the top 4. Dan in 5th, Peaceful in 6th, Fury in 7th, Don in 8th. We have Dean in 9th, Little Leach in 10th, D Biggs in 11th, Matt Himovic in 12th, Lion Fernie in 13th, The Who is Rocker 14th, and 15th is G. We haven't got Leon Fernie in the session, so The Who is Rocker and The Only G will be promoted by 1 position, as we are on the formation lap.
Yeah, they're all keeping a nice distance to each other. We don't want anyone crashing out before the race even starts, pulling a Max Verstappen not hungry.
No, we don't. So in the chat we have Fury's Grounded. Hello. We have Alfie in the chat. Evening at all. We have Dean Wysocki in the chat. We have Mom Chill Tovet in chat and D-Law7. Hello all.
Quickly, before the race starts, who do you guys think is going to come out and take this win? I'm going to put my money on Orthodubs. I think he's going to get away from the fast drivers at the back very early and just run away with it.
For me, I'd have to say G, just off of seeing his times, and well, as much as times mean nothing, and I've not really seen much of G, so it is a bit of a splits on even what could happen for him, but my money's on G.
I was going to say my money's on Dan. We all know how quick he is in these GT5s when he's up the front, so he should run away with this one.
As they're coming around the final corner, and DJ Phil is taking them off now.
So DJ Phil across the line. The race has actually officially started now. Joe going behind DJ Phil, looking for a move. No, too far in front. As Keegs in the background, looking like he's going to be trying to take a bit of Joe's slipstream, to then hopefully go on to DJ Phil's to then get a bit more of a tell.
Joe looking to the inside of DJ Phil, person he was battling with all last week.
Oh, there's quite a few crashes at the back.
Oh,
he's off.
Oh, that's two people
Matt
off.
and D Biggs. Matt and D Biggs have crashed.
That's Little Leach.
Oh
Matt
yeah, further back.
is off.
Yeah,
he's
further back.
He's off before the old hairpin. But yeah, DJ Phil already got an 8/10 gap.
Oh, Unorthodubs was just in a big crash there with the house rocker.
He's got big damage to his car. But look, who's up to 7th
Oh,
already.
there's Dean Wysocki off in the background.
Yeah, it's not a good start for Dean. It's Dean's 50th race, but yeah, G up to 7th already making his way forward. But DJ Phil and Rabbit Joe side by side, they come into the hairpin.
Oh, a
there's
bit of a tap
contact.
there by Joe. Oh no, DJ Phil.
Yeah,
So is the cross line for lap 3. Yep, lap 3. But second racing lap.
G's now got ahead of Peaceful coming across the line. Peaceful looking back, but he doesn't get the move.
Yeah, the only G is really showing his true wet weather pace right now, as he's already on the back of Dan, who was showing similar times, but after that big crash, I think he's had a lot of damage to the front end of his car, and he's all over the back of him.
Right up the rear.
He's right up his chuff. Yeah.
He's surely trying to get past. He's surely
Dan's now
wanting to get past.
Dan is really blocking him well.
Yeah. Dan's now got to become the world's biggest sponge and absorb all this pressure through the only G.
Well, he has gotten rid of his beard on his stream, so he'll be a wee bit more slippery going through the water.
And that's Fury and Little Leech going side by side up towards Coppice. Fury's going to get the move done. Little Leech looks for the cut back. But
The only
doesn't
G is
get
on the
it.
grass.
Ooh.
That's
He's
not
lost
where
a
he
bit.
wants to be.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of time to Dan, and he could be under attack from Peaceful.
And there's a sign in the middle of the road, which hope that doesn't cause anyone any problems.
I believe Alfie's had a problem as well because he's now dropped behind Matahimovic.
Quite bunched up still together now, which is what we
Yeah.
want to see. Hopefully a lot more closer battles, as it looks like G...
Oh,
it's
that's Dan
two.
and Dan wide. That was Dan and Keegs wide.
Dan and Keegs.
Yeah, one battle I think we should be watching is Rabbit Joe and DJ Phil, the two.
Yeah,
Oh,
coming
as
side
they
by
come side by side.
side. It's the old hairpin. Ooh, DJ Phil, he's doing very well to stay in front of Rabbit Joe. Alfie into the pits, and he's got a 10-second time penalty.
Yeah, he
That
does.
is not
But-
the thing he wants to be doing.
The biggest underdog here, I think, is DJ Phil. I know he's very fast, and I've watched him in other leagues. I've commentated on him before, but usually he ends up getting in accidents. So I think now that he's up in front, he's got all this open area to do what he wants, and he doesn't have to worry about anyone else apart from Rabbit Joe, who breathes down his neck occasionally. But DJ Phil doing very well this race in the wet.
Yes,
And
indeed.
Dan and Unorthodox has got past Keegs for third, so Dan now
Keeps
onto the
is fighting
podium,
back.
looking for the
Dan
outside. He's going to go
goes.
for the cut.
There he is.
Dan is always the last of the late breakers. And this has allowed the only G to catch up, very much so, as there's now four
He's
people
getting
fighting for
that
second
toe.
place.
Oh, it looks like he's going for the inside, and it looks like he's going to pass Keegs. No.
Nearly four
Joe.
wide going into turn one, and all of this is letting DJ Phil run away.
Yeah, DJ Phil's gone.
It looks like they're all on the back of Joe now. Always a four-way
Yeah,
train going down to where the hold
Oh,
hairpin
geez.
is.
Oh,
the
he's
only
made a
G.
mistake.
Oh.
He's off on the he's gone.
He's retired.
Oh.
Seasons.
Not the race
But
he's
he's in
been hoping for.
I think he might have been disqualified. That is not. Oh, he's
disconnected.
Disconnected.
Maybe it was lag. That is not what we want to see. The
Dan
only
up
G
the
is
inside of
debut
Joe.
race.
Joe's losing some positions here. Maybe struggling in this wet conditions. But now Dan's going to be charging for DJ Phil for that race lead.
Yeah, maybe Joe has a dry setup on and he's just waiting out the long game. And this has allowed Keegs right onto the back of him, and he's going to have
Yeah,
the inside
he-
line.
Yeah, he's going for the inside into the chicane. Will Keegs get the job done? He does.
A bit of a
Breaks
late
a lot
break
late.
there.
Yeah, he breaks the
Oh.
overtake.
He's all over,
Bit of a
all over
slide
the
there,
this,
but manages to keep hold of it.
this is going to give
Right
Peaceful
through
the
that
run on
puddle.
Joe. Goes to the outside for Redgate.
Joe is struggling now. It's been 5 racing laps and he's gone down to P5, gone to
Peaceful gets
P6.
in, is that? The house
That's
locker all is on the in. Going to go
There's
side by
a
side
big
as well.
battle going on right now.
Doesn't get the move done. This is the beauty of a
5-way
reverse grid
train
race.
here.
This is what we love to see in these GT5 cars here at Simplay. And
Everyone's-
Unorthodox is right
Yeah.
next to DJ Phil now.
He's looking into Matt Neal's
Oh.
favourite corner. He's up, still up the inside. Going to look into the inside at Coppice.
He's going to be trying his hardest to get past DJ Phil here. He needs those points since of what happened last week.
He's cut. We cut to the inside there. Didn't get the run.
We've seen how good DJ Phil is in the defending at this track, as he was defending from Little Leach, who's now dropped down the field. So maybe can he do it? Oh, very close there.
Yeah,
Ooh,
nose to tail,
he's
and DJ Phil's
spotted!
into the gravel.
Oh,
Oh.
not the thing DJ Phil will be wanting. Oh,
I am sorry for the commentator's curse, DJ Phil.
he's going to be gutted.
We apologise.
That is gutting what has just happened to DJ Phil.
DJ Phil is our Peaceful of the GT3s.
Extremely unlucky, as the House Rocker is right on the back of Rabbit Joe and Fury's on the back of the House Rocker. This is a three-way battle for 4th place right now.
Fury
Side
looking
by
to the
side.
outside of the old hairpin. He's going to go right round the outside and get some
That
lead.
was lovely right there from Fury.
That's a brilliant move.
As Keegs is trying to catch up to Unorthodox. But I think Unorthodox has really looked out in this race with G's untimely disconnection.
Yeah, G would have been one to challenge Dan possibly, depending if he could have got up the pack as much as Dan. But from what it was, he managed to get up from, if I'm right, last place up to 5th. So it wasn't a bad race for him until he disconnected, unfortunately.
G's actually just put in the chat saying PS4 overheating. He needs to get the thermal paste replaced.
So that's very unfortunate. Teagues is getting very close to the back of Unorthodox. Oh no, he's made a mistake.
Is all over the place there onto the grass.
Fury and Rabbit Joe both went wide at turn 1.
And that I think the Heroes Rocker's made a mistake because he's dropped. Yeah, he's dropped right back. He's now coming back onto the track, but he's behind. He's now behind.
Fury ran the outside of Rabbit Joe, and he does it.
Oh,
missed that.
Fury loves taking his moves on the outside of the corner. Maybe he's able to find a wee bit more grip out there.
Yeah, he's taken the karting lines.
As Dan is coming up to lap Alfie, who somehow got a 10-second time penalty.
Alfie
That'll
will
be
be
for,
needing to move out the way.
Yeah, he needs to move out of the way here, Alfie. We don't want a repeat of last week.
Oh, as he
Yeah,
tried to let
he-
him by.
Yeah,
Dan
that's
gave
what it
him
was.
a couple of flashes though, just so he knew he was there.
Keegs and Peaceful are going side by side down the main straight right now.
Teagues looking to the outside into Redgate. Will he get the move done onto the grass? A bit
Always.
there. Doesn't get the move done. Fury's waiting very patiently in the background. That's Alfie wide. He needs to stay out of the way here. That's
Fury
not
looks
the
like he's wanting a move right now. He is
Teagues is side by side
charging
with
on.
Peaceful.
As
on
they're,
the grass.
as they're all coming up to the back marker, this is going to be quite chaotic.
Keegs has managed to do Peaceful as well, and that's Alfie in fact, so on the grass Alfie is to let people by, didn't need to, but if it was the safest way of doing it, I would say that's fine.
Although
Alfie's getting swallowed up by this pack right now.
the person who lost out quite a lot from that was Peaceful. He was second, and now he's back down to 5th under attack from D Biggs.
Yeah, I think Peaceful went off onto the grass by accident. Not where he wants to be.
There's a board on fine in the background. Matt Hemovic, the championship leader. Yeah, the championship leader's now caught up to the back of everyone.
Matt Hemovic not going to be very happy with the result he's having so far, especially after
I think Keegs has made a mistake because Fury's got through at the chicane.
Oh. Maybe so, but
And Fury is faster than Unorthodox. Yeah, Fury's currently
quite quick.
Currently lapping nearly a second and a half faster.
That's
that looked like Matt as well all over grass.
That was Little Leach.
Oh, Little Leach.
Peaceful's now got back ahead of Rabbit Joe, and Matt Hemovic is now up to 7th past Little Leach.
He's all over the back of D-Biggs.
The top two in the championship have going side by side. Matt will
top three are all in a three-way battle here. In fact,
Matt would love to. Oh, he's got the cutback coming up towards Compass. Can D Biggs try and get across? But will he go for the cutback onto onto the Dunlop straight.
Yes, he
Little
does.
Leach is looking to follow through.
As another sign goes flying there.
Oh. Hopefully people don't need those signs, or they may miss their braking points if that's what they're using
There's a
it for.
big three-way battle going into the chicane
Yeah,
here between
he's
Matt
gonna-
Little Leach and D Biggs.
Biggs
Oh,
looking to
he's
send it into.
going for the inside,
Matt gets
but
across in front.
covers him off. Oh,
But Little Leach gets a much better run than D Biggs coming off the corner.
Keegs trying to make a move on his
Yeah.
teammate.
And Little Leach ran the outside of D Biggs. Little Leach just.
And Matt!
Oh!
he's
Rabbit Joe!
Takes Joe with him. Oh.
Yeah, Rabbit Joe, he just got a wee bit loosey-goosey there, lost his rear end and just spun it in front of Matt and took him out with him.
Oh. In the end of the day, that's just something that happens in racing, to be fair. You lose the car, and sometimes you can sideswipe someone with you, and it's just unavoidable.
Yeah, now there's a three-way battle for first place.
Oh.
Yeah, Matt Hamovich just not having the luck today. Been caught up in two incidents. Neither of them his fault, but it's there's somebody
definitely
off
a race to
the
forget.
old hairpin.
That's a lapped car, so that's
Alfie.
That's Alfie. Yeah, he's just vibing there.
As we should also say, Dean actually started the race, so he has now officially is in his 50th race. So
yeah,
well done,
Keegs has actually gotten past Fury into the chicane.
Oh.
Both Keegs and Fury were quicker than Dan that last lap, but Fury goes a tad one. Yeah, he goes a tad
Fury struggling now.
He might have, his tyres might be going off. He's praying that it stops raining soon.
Well, the pit window has been open since lap 9.
Oh.
He drifts around the old heaven, but Fury goes back through.
Very well to keep
Unorthodox
back
is
on track though.
Unorthodox is probably very happy. D-Biggs and Little Leach going side by side.
Yeah, Little Leach has just made a mistake coming on the exit of the old hairpin as
third, going for the battle.
D-Biggs got the inside, a lot of respect shown there. Still side by side as they come up towards
This allowed Matt to catch up.
Yeah, Little Leach keeps the position.
But yeah, as I was saying, Unorthodox is probably very grateful and counting his blessings right now that the faster people behind him have had accidents.
Yes, he will be.
Yes,
like we say, this is just a make-up race from what happened last week. He needs to be getting that win today to make up everything from last week.
Matt and D-Biggs. Matt seemed to have gotten a better run. He's going to have the inside line going into turn 1. Matt is probably praying that he can get at least a third place after all of his troubles. As the House Rocker has come in to make his pit stop, his mandatory pit stop.
Which is on lap 13, which we forgot to say that the mandatory pit stop window is open.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. And D-Biggs got a really good run, but
D-Biggs just had a little twitch there on the coming towards coming through Starkeys.
these GT5s have some very close racing here at this track in the wet weather.
Yeah, well, with these GT5s, it's easier to keep them more close within battle-wise. Like with your GT3s, you have your setups and everything, but one setup can be faster than the other. Whereas in the GT5s, I don't see how the setups do much of a difference in terms of how fast you're actually going. These cars, to me, are more the driver than anything.
Skill-based. Yeah, because I was actually... Oh, as Keegs is going round the outside of Fury into turn 1. Sorry to cut in there, but this is a great battle between these two teammates, as they are both in the same coloured cars.
Yeah, they're, in this there aren't teammates, but if you are in the same coloured car, then we may refer you as teammates.
I think Little Leach has made a mistake. bit through Hollywood because Matt Hemovich and D-Biggs got past, and he's a long way off them now.
Yeah, as I was saying, I was in a lobby with Matt in these cars at Bathurst, and I didn't have a setup. I don't know if he had a setup, and I was able to keep up with him, and I'd never driven these cars before, so I think it's definitely more skill than setups.
Yeah, a lot of the main thing that means these cars are able to run very close is the aerodynamics. They have very little, so it means the cars can run very close to each other. Whereas the GT3s, they have a fair amount of aerodynamics. It means there's a lot of dirty air created, and you can't follow as closely.
But Matt is really catching up to Peaceful right now, as D-Biggs had quite a wobble coming through the chicane. I think that might have been due to a puddle, so these puddles are causing havoc down at the chicane.
Yes, indeed, as hopefully through the race it should dry up. And as much as the puddle should be there, it may be a bit of a tyre change of a race.
Yeah, Fury actually gained 2 seconds on Dan that lap. So Dan is far from the fastest lap out there, but he's been able to keep the lead since he got hold of it a few laps ago. Oh, as Fury goes wide and loses quite a bit of time.
Yeah, Dan may not be the quickest on the track, but he's the most consistent. Okay,
And Matt is past Peaceful.
So Matt in P4 pushing for that podium spot. He's got 2 seconds to try. Oh no, he's going down. He's got about a second to gain to. Oh no, it is still 2 seconds. 2 seconds to gain to try and get at least a third, which he should be more than happy enough with it.
Oh,
with
that's Peaceful wide onto the grass. That's going to give D-Biggs a. That's going to give D-Biggs a run. He's on the outside though, coming into the chicane.
There are big puddles there. Oh,
and
Unorthodox! Unorthodox is down to 4th place now.
Maybe
the
he has
curse
dropped it. Oh, damn.
It's the curse of the
And
commentator
D-Biggs is
again.
past him. Commentator's curse has really hit G and Dan in this race.
We must
And
be giving the
Alfie's
works.
now left.
Oh, that's another driver we've lost, as you say, Alfie.
Yeah. But that's put Matt up into P3 after 2 big crashes that weren't his fault. I wonder, will Matt be raging and just fighting for that P1? Which, if he does get P1 in this race, he will be getting driver of the day with me.
I thought the rain was slowing down.
If Matt gets, if he can keep it in P3 at least for the rest of the race, he should be more than happy, because it should still keep his championship with him in first.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, the rain has stopped.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think Matt Hemovich is done there though, because he's the fastest man on track by some margin.
He's been consistently doing 120s.
This reminds me a bit of Ash Sutton in the touring cars yesterday, coming from the back of coming from where Matt was to win the race. And yeah, this looks a bit like that, as much as Matt will hate me for saying that.
I've just realised Joe is in P9, so to start from P2 and go to P9, devastating race for him.
Fury's off.
Fury's off.
Fury's lost his time.
Oh, and Keeks,
and Matt's in the lead.
Oh,
Matt Hemovich is in the lead.
Matt is up into first.
Matt is going to be happy with that one.
That is an absolutely astounding race so far from Matt.
What a blinder. Can't make it up.
Keeks going to try and come back at him though?
Well, Keegs is 2 seconds slower than him.
The only other person in the 120s was Fury on that last lap, but Fury's now made a mistake and he's dropped down to 5th.
Yeah, I think Fury's starting to struggle now.
A lot of people have been dropping it through this race, which much expected for in racing. Like I say earlier, it's racing in the end of the day. But the amount of people that's dropped it and how many times the race lead has changed, it's very interesting. Very interesting to see.
As
D-Biggs was very slow out of the. He looked very slow out of the corner, and that's that. Arnold Dodge is coming into the pits. Is this for a change of tyres? Surely not. It's too wet for it.
Oh, that's 2 people out of the pits, if I'm right at there.
No, Dan's still got the all-weather tires on.
Oh.
That's what his thing's saying from me. I'll update you on if anything changes, though.
It's
Fury
starting
looking
to-
all over the back of the D. Yeah, it's got brighter. Fury
someone else
looking
is
to the
coming in.
a lot
inside.
drier.
That is DJ Phil has now come into the pits, so
Yep.
he's now come.
Oh, he missed his
now-
pit box.
Oh,
Dan has been Oh, I wonder, does Dan have repairs to be making? Because remember, he did have that really big crash at the start.
maybe so.
So he's
Yeah.
been sitting here for a long time, and DJ
He
Phil is
could-
also sitting here for quite a while.
Oh, that's D-Biggs is off at Coppice, and Fury's gone up to third. So another change for the podium there.
Yeah, and Dan is going to be nearly a lap down now.
It's a constant battle for the podium
Yeah,
spots.
he's
And as of the moment, it's always changing.
Fury near enough. Went was on the grass there, but D-Biggs has dropped too far back now. But Dan from the lead, he's coming down the crane of curves, and our race leader Matt Hemovich is now coming down the crane of curves, so he can see an Ulf Dubs in his sights.
Yeah, Matt has just done a 1:19.7. That is the fastest lap I've seen.
No,
no, actually,
Fury's
Fury's done a
Fury,
1:19.4.
Fury is on it. He's gunning for keys. He just needs to keep it consistent. Always over the grass edge. That allows D-Biggs to close in a bit.
This race is definitely being about more consistency, as the track is now all but dried up, apart from a few puddles every now and then. I don't know, would it be safe to put on the slick tires, do you think?
I was going to say, in my opinion, I don't think the slick tires are ready yet. I think possibly in another 5 or so laps they'll be ready, but there's still so much spray coming off the cars.
I would have to say the same, just maybe lower the amount of laps, maybe in a couple more laps time. Not too many, but not too less.
Yeah, as Fury goes very wide.
Yeah, he takes a very, very wide line.
He definitely wants to open it up coming into turn 1, and it seems to be working for him, because he is the second fastest.
Yeah, D-Biggs is on the grass there. Loses more time to Fury, so that podium is slipping away.
Lap times are definitely coming down.
Yeah, Matt Hemovich the fastest man on track, but D-Biggs in the 1:19 that lap.
So we have 14 viewers and 19 likes. Let's get all the likes, and let's try and hit 20 likes by at least the end of the night. 1 like away from that. We've just got 20. So
yeah, that was myself. I forgot to like.
so let's try and get to 30 likes then. Let's get to 30 likes by the end of tonight.
There is no more spray on these cars.
No,
Maybe
back,
He's coming down the back
the Dunlop
straight.
straight looks dry. It looks bone dry. Fury's still got his
But there is
window
still
wipers
a
on.
big puddle there.
Yeah, Keegs a little wide. He's going to cross the
Oh,
gravel.
Keegs
and
goes
that's-
very... That is not what Keegs wanted. And that's just giving D-Biggs a much better run. I wonder what D-Biggs getting before turn 1.
He's too
He's
far
way
back.
too far back, actually, yeah. But yeah, the grid is now spreading out a wee bit more. Some
Yeah.
people have made the pit stops, and some haven't.
Oh, Keegs a little wide there.
Ooh.
He's given the run to D-Biggs now. D-Biggs is going to be smelling blood again.
D-Biggs will
These
be
guys have been
going
having
for it.
wonderful battles.
He tried up the inside into the crane of curves. That's a very brave move, and he's now dropped back a little.
Peaceful has made his pit stop.
Yeah, Peaceful now in the pits. Is this a change for the dry tyres? Could he have called?
I will keep you
this one
updated on that.
perfectly.
Maybe
It's still
so.
saying he's got the all-weather tires on right now.
As we have Welshie in the chat, evening to Welshie. And JR Sim Racing, tricky conditions. Yeah, it has been very tricky conditions. But it's now starting to dried out as we. Matt, the race
saying
leader, is now
peaceful.
in.
Oh,
It's
there's
saying for
Max
Peaceful
in the
that he's
pit.
still on all-weather tires.
So maybe just going in for fuel. Maybe a bit of a splash and dash to try and push to the end on those tyres.
Maybe changing the tires would take too much time compared to the time they'd gain if they were actually on the slicks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
As Keeks goes very wide. Oh,
Yeah, Peaceful's
Keeks
off
going
on the
very
grass
wide
in
there.
front. That's Peaceful in front. And now a lap. He's now a lap down.
Oh, Timovic
Do we need-
still in the pits, so I would have expected him to be changing tyres.
He's
no, he's
now
still on the all-weather tires.
he's now on his way out.
So we'll find out if he has changed tyres.
It still says for me that he's on the all-weather tires.
Maybe it's just not working. Maybe they are changing tyres, it's just not showing up. Maybe it
That
might
could
take
be
a lap.
also true.
We'll see in the difference in pace because
Rabbit
you would see.
Rabbit Joe now in the pits.
Yeah, you should see a massive difference in pace for people who are on the drier tyre.
Yeah, surely Little Leach and Orthodox are on the dry tyres. They're in the 118s now. As D-Biggs takes the lead.
Oh. So
Fury
yet
looks like he's
again,
struggling.
another race lead change.
Oh,
But
Fury
whether
looks
that's
like
the net lead or not is a completely different question.
Yeah.
Peaceful's a lapped car here. He needs to be moving out of the way for the for Keats and Fury as Little Leach comes into the pits.
As that back marker is really holding up Fury, who'd much rather be getting the overcut on Matt right now. But he's just losing loads of time behind the back markers and fighting Keeks.
Yeah, Keats made a mistake at the old hairpin. A lot of people seem to make mistakes at that particular corner, just running it a bit wide and just, say losing time. Oh, Keats spun.
I'm not sure whose mic it is, but it's a wee bit close to your mouth.
Keats spun coming onto the Dunlop straight, and he's now fallen way behind D-Biggs and Fury.
Yeah, and Fury's coming in to make his pit stop. He's probably fed up of being behind the back markers.
Yeah, he's fed up of seeing the back of Peace's car, and he's now come in for some clean air.
He's not done any fuel.
Keats in as well.
He's still sitting there. He must be getting his tires done. He has to be getting his tires done if he's still sitting there. But he didn't get any fuel put in.
Matt Hemovich is now.
Oh, big twitch there.
Yeah,
Right
he hit the puck. Yeah,
and Fury's off now.
Now, he's not going to come out ahead of Matt.
No, definitely not.
Matt goes, it's going to be close. It's close though.
It is, but I think Fury lost a lot of time being behind back markers and fighting Keegs.
And for the first time, we barely mentioned him tonight, but Dean's now closing onto the back of Rabbit Joe, not really having 50th race to remember. Not many battles.
Ooh, the House Rocker is facing the wrong way currently.
Oh.
That's a bit of a precarious position.
Maybe he's hit a puddle or hit a curb wrong, spun him around.
Or hit a car.
Or hit a car, yeah.
It looks like he's got a bit of damage.
He must have hit a car or been hit.
Little Leach is closing in on the back of Keats now. They've both made their pit stops.
D-Biggs is I think D-Biggs is gonna jump Fury.
He could even. I was going to say he could even jump Matt Himovic here if he.
If he keeps his foot down, he very much could so.
Yeah, there's a massive puddle just before the chicane. It's catching drivers out because it's just in the braking zone.
There is a back marker fighting with it's Peaceful is trying to get past D-Biggs. So D-Biggs is going to want to pick up the paces. Peaceful is doing 118s, D-Biggs is doing 193s.
That clearly shows that Peaceful is on the dry tyre and D-Biggs is still on the wet tyre.
D-Biggs still to do his pit stop though, if I'm correct.
Yeah, now I think he's losing quite a bit of time to Matt now, so if I was D-Biggs, I'd come in this lap to make sure that I at least overcut Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dean has also got past Rabbit Joe as well for 10th place.
As D-Biggs has a 32-second gap to Matt and a 39, and I think the pit stop here takes around about 35 seconds, so... As Little Leech is closing up onto the back of Keegs right now.
Peaceful looks like he's battling a little bit against D-Biggs right now when he's a back marker.
D-Biggs is just letting by.
I think Biggs knows that Peaceful's the quicker car and just let it go.
Matt is doing 116s now. Yeah, D-Biggs, if I was you, I'd come in this lap because Matt is lapping much faster than you.
Maybe
you're going to have no chance.
Call.
D-Biggs, if I was your race engineer, I'd be saying box, 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 box.
Is he going to come in this time?
No, he's not.
He is. He must.
Yeah, he's in. He's in. Right. Matt's now just come through McLean's.
I guess I've just become D-Biggs race engineer.
So Matt's going to be pushing with all of his might just to try and get in front of D-Biggs and maybe have a bit of a battle, but we'll see what D-Biggs
is having his tyres changed.
Oh,
yeah.
So change his tyres. Maybe the way to
He's
go.
The first person I've seen this. He's the first person we've actually seen as a crew doing it.
Oh.
But it seems to be the all-weather tyres again, so I'm not sure if they have a slick option. Maybe they don't.
Matt gets past.
Yeah, but D-Biggs is going to be on fresher tyres.
Yeah, D-Biggs is now that dot's now moving. There's a bit of a freeway battle.
I don't know. Will Fury jump him? No, he's jumped Fury.
And that's brilliant then from D-Biggs, and he's on the fresher tyres as well, so he can only pull away.
So D-Biggs trying to keep his
Fury.
Second in the championship, with Matt Himovic trying his hardest to keep him first as well, to keep his first in the championship as well. Yeah, as
these two will be coming up to a back marker soon. I don't know who that is in the red car. It is DJ Phil.
Yes, DJ.
Yep.
Fury to the outside of... Oh, there's contact! Fury keeps it on the track there.
Wide.
That's not what either one of them wanted.
No.
Nah, that's not what...
Especially not Fury.
No. That's going to punish them for time as well. Yeah. It's going to punish him for time.
Orthodubs is... Yeah, and Orthodubs is catching up to Little Leech, and Little Leech is catching up to Keegs.
Oh. So maybe Dan will still be able to get his promised race in of a decent race to make up from last week.
Little Leech to the outside.
Yeah, alongside him. He will be driving right through that wet patch, though.
Goes to go for the...
Ooh, they touched.
Bit of a touch there.
Yeah, and that's just let Unorthodox close right up.
Yeah, Little Leech runs wide, and that allows Unorthodox a sniff.
I wonder will Dan go for the late break, and we know he loves to do that, but no, he's just going to wait for another corner. Oh, is that Keegs? He's going very wide onto the grass.
Maybe he's just waiting for that
Dan's got the run
right here.
Unorthodox has got the run.
Is he going to go for the outside move? No, is
Oh, very close.
very-
Oh, but
little
Keeks
Oh.
goes very slow.
that,
Dan's been
another
sandwiched in
could-
there.
Yeah, Dan could have them both
Oh,
here. Ooh, running very close, door handle to door handle.
to be
Yeah,
almost
Dan was
able
like
to
a
touch
turkey
each
sandwich
other's
right there.
windows at this point. They're that close.
They really could. Dan had nowhere to go there. Ooh, as Keeks, I think he locked up and he just went straight a wee bit, and that's just giving Dan a better run. And
Dan.
Little Leach out of nowhere, 3 wide, going down the main straight right now. This is lovely stuff.
This is the kind of battles we want to see.
Dan
Little
to the
Leach going
inside,
for the
Little Leach to the outside.
move and takes both
And Little
of
Leach
them.
has just gotten.
He's gone. Little
Will he
Leach
keep
gone
it?
wide.
Dan's still there.
wide.
Oh,
Oh,
but he's
oh,
taken out
oh.
Dan! No, that is not what we like to see.
Oh,
Oh,
Dan is going to
Dan.
be fuming. Oh, we've seen that with Rabbit Joe and Matt Himovic, and now we've just seen it with Little Leach and Unorthodubs. Oh
Exact same
no.
place as well. Maybe there's a bit of
Yeah.
a puddle which is chucking people out, because I've been realising Keegs and Fiore have been going very deep into that turn and touching the grass a lot.
Little Leach ran a little wide on the exit of Redgate, and then as he come across, he caught the curb and come back across in front of Dan. Just again another unfortunate instance of Dan. He's just been caught up in something that's not his fault. So yeah, he just doesn't have much luck at the minute. This poor Dan.
Yeah, that is the commentator's curse power showing right there. So I apologize, Dan. As Fury is catching up to D-Bigs like quite a bit. They are both faster than Matt Himovic right now, but we are on lap 30 of 35.
Yeah,
So
but they
5
were
more laps
Fury.
to get done.
I
Fury
think
was
Matt has
near enough quicker
got
by a
this.
second.
Yeah, I think Matt has got this in the bag right now.
Unless if Matt
Yeah,
has
Matt-
an off or loses a bit of time, Matt Himovic could come
Oh,
away.
Fury.
with
Fury's
the
on the
race
grass.
win.
Fury's on the grass, and he spun it. Oh no,
Oh,
he spun it.
down. Oh, that's going
And
to
that is gonna-
Fury in the gravel pit.
Here comes
place where he
Keegs.
doesn't want to be.
Keegs is coming at a rate of knots right now, and Fury's gonna have dirt all over his tires, but Keegs isn't. So
Keegs will have
Jesus.
the upper hand on Fury right now, because Fury's tyres will be a little bit burnt up after that.
yeah, and
Dude,
also the
he's
amount of
got-
gravel,
he's
and you
got
can
the run.
just see
Keegs
Yeah,
has got the
Keegs
run
just gets-
here.
much
Side
better
by
run. He's
side.
gonna have the inside line.
He's going to
Side
be
by
last
side
on the late
goes.
breakers.
His,
Ooh,
oh,
Keegs up.
Fury tries
Keegs
to
up
switch
the
back,
curb.
and he gets it done.
oh.
That was
Fury.
lovely there from Fury.
What a defensive move.
These two have been battling it out all night tonight.
To hear a Srocker and Peaceful Explosion getting quite close to each other now, battling for the 7th place.
Yeah,
That's
Keegs
battle we
is
want.
he's going to be
Yeah,
wanting
battle.
that position.
Yeah, this is a battle we want to be focusing on.
The final podium spot.
Could it slip away from Fury after having that accident? Fury
Someone's
very...
spun. I think that's DJ. Yeah,
Oh,
DJ Phil's off.
DJ Phil, yeah.
Starts on pole. Oh, he'll be gutted as well. Coming from pole down to 9th.
And being lapped.
Out and being lapped. It's
Not been a night for DJ Phil
No.
or the Only G or Unorthodubs.
all Rabbit Joe to say that fact.
Or
from
Rabbit
coming
Joe.
from P2 down to
Oh,
P10.
Fury's
as
had a
well.
little. Fury had a little wiggle through there, but I think Keegs got up the curb again, so both of them lost time there. If they keep making mistakes, Little Leach and Unorthodubs are not too far away, so they keep battling. Oh,
Oh,
Keegs so
Keegs goes
far
very
wide.
wide. Unorthodubs is catching up to Little Leach, I think. I saw the wee triangle pop up for a second there.
So Dan
This
may
is
be
some
looking
amazing
for those
battling.
Maybe Dan looking for the top 5. Maybe not happy with the, being in P6 and wants more positions. Little Leech not...
Peaceful right on the back of the House Rocker.
Oh.
I think the House Rockers made a mistake. Peaceful all up the curb.
Peaceful's going to be wanting that 7th place right now. And he's going to have the inside line,
He's
and
got the
he's
inside.
got it.
He's pretty much just drove past them so cleanly. Yeah. I wonder, has the House Rocker not put enough fuel in? Yeah, he's got 5.4 litres, so he's fine. I wonder if it could be damaged then. As Keegs has done Fury. Where's Fury?
Where is...
Fury's off.
Oh.
So that puts Keegs back up into the podium. Little Leech up to 4th and Unorthodox into 5th.
It's now lap 33 of 35. Guys, get your driver of the day in the comments. What would you say your driver of the day is, Jamie?
My driver of the day has to be Matt Himovic. He's come from the back. He's had a few incidents, none of them his fault. But yeah, he's just been, since he's got to the front, he's just been so controlled, and he's not put a foot wrong.
Yeah, I might have to go with Matt Himovic myself. What about you, Group Pies? Who would you say your driver of the day is?
Yeah, I quickly disconnected there, but I'm back now. I have to give it to Matt Himovic. He was in 2 big crashes that weren't his fault, and he's gone all the way back up to 1st place now.
What a drive then.
Ooh.
So,
Dan's up to 4th. He's past Little H. Can he get Keegs with 2 laps to go?
so Dan may be aiming for podium position.
Got a vote for Keegs for driver of the day from Chris, aka Welshie.
That is a good point. Keegs has drove a brilliant race, in fact, this race.
Yeah, everyone deserves a round of applause just for making it through those conditions and bringing us some good racing.
Well,
but I think that Matt Himovic. Yeah, I think Matt Himovic deserves a special round of applause from just coming from those accidents to
Keegs
take.
made a mistake. He's spun. He's spun. He's
Oh.
off the podium. So Dan's going to be on the podium, I think.
Dan is going to be over the moon.
Wants to be. Is Matt Himovic on the final lap?
Don't bin it, Dan. Come on.
He's got Little Leech right behind him. I think Unorthodox deserves a podium, but so does Keith at the end of the day because he's drove such a good race, had so many good battles. I think so many people deserve to be on the podium. Keegs has just got back ahead of Fury. He was behind a minute ago.
Oh. I mean, Keegs is still in the top 5, so still quite a good race for him. Just a shame that he's dropped it on the penultimate lap.
As Matt is coming down the Dunlop straight for the very last time in this race.
Yep. To come through the final chicane to go down the start straight to finish the race with Matt Himovic in P1 taking the race win with a bit of a flash of the lights. He's going to be absolutely ecstatic right now. We've got
D-Bigs on 2 wheels.
On 2 wheels, but coming for P2 to keep his position in the standings. We have Dean Wysocki crossing the line right now in P11, so not the race he will be wanting for tonight for his 50th. We've got
Here comes Dan for the podium.
Dan for the podium. Amazing race from him. We've got Little Leech.
Little Leech.
Massive twitch there, but coming home with a P4. We've got Keegs behind him going for P5. Fury P6. for
That's
P7.
DJ
That's
Phil.
DJ Phil in P9. Yeah, there's Peaceful coming over the line to take P7. And we have the Who is Rocker coming down in P8. In Rabbit Joe
And Rabbit
in
Joe to
P10.
round it off.
So, Jamie, if you can invite the top 3 in, we'll have a bit of a chat with them. So we've now just invited the top 3 in. So what do you make to that round 2 at Donington Park?
That was a lot more chaotic than the opening round. A lot more battles everywhere, and say the faster guys coming from the back just made a great spectacle.
As we have
You want to say it again? I didn't hear that.
As we've just got D-Biggs and Matahimovic and Dan in the box. We're going to start with an Orthodubs. Dan, how does it feel being on the podium?
If I'm honest, I'm disappointed.
Disappointed?
Disappointed?
Oh, well,
Why
yeah,
so?
I'm not. Yeah, not over the moon really, because I could have had the chance to win that race, and due to a mistake earlier on at the race and being made contact as well with a particular driver, I had severe damage and was carrying damage for most of that race. So
Yeah, we saw that crash. You were 2 seconds slower than all the other drivers, but you kept first place for quite a few laps.
yeah, I had severe understeer. The front suspension was really bad and it was turning to the left near enough every lap. So I was understeering like mad. Everyone else was oversteering. So it was helping, but at the same time, it was so-so. And yeah, like I said, it wasn't the best of situations. But I had the pace to be in front, but wasn't enough. I repaired the damage and lost out. But fair play to Matt and D-Biggs. They did a good job coming from the back.
yeah. Any of you two got any questions to ask?
Yeah,
Oh,
what happened to you? What mistake happened to you for you to lose the lead, Dan?
What, at the start of the race, or?
When you were in the lead and then we saw you drop down to fourth.
At the chicane.
Oh, yeah, because the suspension was not the easiest thing to handle. As soon as that puddle got worse and worse and worse, it just didn't want to grip into that corner. So every time I'm trying to oversteer the car to get it in, but then it would just snap the other way, and I went too far that time. So yeah, it was just trying to get it to turn in was the problem.
Okay, so well done on your P3 and thank you for coming in. We've got D-Biggs in the commentary box as well. How does it feel being in second? In fact, keeping yourself in second in the championship, if I am correct.
Yes, that was alright, wasn't it? It was. I'll have to apologise to Matt now for that first lap.
No, you're fine.
But I just had a little wiggle and then on the grass, and that was it. So apologies for that.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So well done to Matt and Dan for working his way up to third. That was brilliant.
How did
But
you?
I'm happy with second. I'll take that.
Yeah. So overly happy with your race, coming P2 on the podium then?
Yes, yeah. From starting towards the back, can't be too unhappy with second. Bit of a quiet race. But...
You must be very relieved whenever you saw Fury and Keegs making mistakes behind you.
Yes, that was it. I could back off a bit then. Didn't have as much pressure from behind.
Alright, so well done for coming P2 and thank you for coming in commentary box. Matt Ahimovic coming P1. How do you feel coming P1 after starting essentially at the back?
Twice.
Tough race. Yeah, tough race. You know, we had the bit of contact with Dom, which, you know, obviously he said himself he lost it on the grass, had a bit of a wiggle. That's racing, especially in them conditions. Then I had
tapped with Joe. He lost it on the curb, and I'd got the run up the inside, but as he lost the rear, he came round in front of my car, so that put me at the back again. And it were hard, you know. The weather was difficult. Dom had some good pace, but just had to manage it, put the slicks on at the right time, and get away. I don't know what happened to Dan. I saw Dean said he hit Dan early on. Dean had damage from it. I don't know what Dan got from it, but I didn't see Dan in that race. I was going to lap him at one point. I was like 5 seconds behind him, but then I had to pit, so I knew Dan had already pitted. That's the only time I saw Dan.
How do you feel getting driver of day as well, Van?
Oh, again, no, brilliant. No, cheers for the guys who voted for me for driver of the day. You know, some great talent out there, and
deserved it.
No, cheers. Some great talent out there with Dan and Dom and Little Each as well. Keegs and Fury looked like they had a good run tonight. So, no, the fact that I got driver of the day against such a good grid at the front, no, it means a lot.
Yeah, you must be. The championship must be in your mind now. We're now going into the third round at Alton Park next week. Halfway through the season, surely you got to start thinking about the championship.
No, not really. Anything can happen. And with these reverse grids you've seen tonight, you know, 2 little bits of contact. Luckily, didn't get any damage on the car. But it's hard to get through the pack. Alton Park's a tight circuit. It's going to take a lot of patience to get around there to get from the back to the front. And you know, when you've got Dan and D Biggs, it's going to be starting in front of you, and a Little Each and all the other guys. It's going to be tough. Dan's not going to make it easy. Neither's Dom. The eye's not on the championship yet. Still 5 rounds to go. We've still got the top 12 shootout at knockout for the decider of the championship still on. The eye's nowhere near the championship yet. The eyes is firmly on next week, and just trying to score as many points against Dom at the moment, who's I think my closest title rival, to try and outscore him or finish as near to Dom as I possibly can.
Well done for coming P1, and thank you for coming in commentary box. So, any final words from you guys?
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was some brilliant racing. You can just see the power of the reverse grid. There was a lot more chaos, tonight. A lot more overtaking, and just a lot of excitement as well with the weather. Just can't wait for Alton Park, even though I'm not going to be here, but I will be watching.
Yeah. So join us on Wednesday for the Pro-Am series, where me and Matt Himovich will be commentating on, with Thursday night with the Pro. So long, good night, goodbye.
On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's Starfire. It's Starfire. Starfire. you're divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, soldier to inspire. It's Starfire. It's Starfire.
When our eyes touch, so familiar deep inside, like you were already mine. Surreal to me, how you make me feel wild and calm at the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine, like the stars had all aligned. I Hard to keep a straight face when I'm burning like fire, and you walk all the sides. I'm drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. It's hard to keep smiling when I try to set things straight. You don't even listen. I'm just getting late, like you're on a mission. Drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. You make me weak. You're the one I see, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, come on to your heart, come on to your heart. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more, and you say it's broken. You make me weak. You're the one I seek, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, come on to your heart, come on to your heart. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more, and you say it's broken. But it wouldn't mend mine.
feel it wrapped around your soul with no control.